You're standing in the Costco dairy aisle right now. The cold air hits your face as you reach for that familiar gallon jug. Organic milk, Greek yogurt, shredded cheese for the week. It feels routine, safe, smart shopping for your family. But here's what most American shoppers don't realize. That label you're trusting, the one with the green leaf and the word organic, it's telling you less than half the story. The nutrition facts you're scanning for 2 seconds, they're hiding numbers that nutritionists spend careers studying, and that price tag that makes you feel like you're getting a deal. It's engineered exactly for that feeling. Costco moves more dairy products in a single week than most grocery chains move in a month. Millions of American families trust this warehouse. They trust the Kirkland name. They trust the bulk pricing. And for many products, that trust is earned. But when it comes to dairy, there are details in those labels. Ingredients you've never heard of. Processing methods that change what you think you're buying. This isn't about telling you what to buy. This is about showing you what you're actually bringing home. We examined 10 of Costco's most popular dairy products. We read every ingredient. We broke down every nutrition label. We compared processing methods. And what we found isn't about good or bad. It's about information that changes how you read that aisle. By the end of this, you'll understand why that chocolate milk has more sugar than soda. Why that organic label costs double but might not mean what you think. Why that bag of shredded cheese contains wood pulp. And why that's completely legal. These are the details Costco puts on every label. Most shoppers just never read them. Let's start with the product millions of families buy every single week. Kirkland Signature Organic 2% Milk. 2 half-gallon cartons. Usually around $7. The label says organic. USDA certified. No artificial growth hormones. For many shoppers, that's enough. They grab it, load it in the cart, and move on feeling good about the choice. Here's what that label actually means. Organic certification requires that cows are fed organic feed. No synthetic pesticides on that feed. No GMO crops. The cows must have access to pasture. These are real standards. USDA verifies them. So yes, when you buy Kirkland organic milk, you're getting milk from cows raised under stricter agricultural standards than conventional milk. But here's what the organic label doesn't tell you. The nutritional content of organic milk and conventional milk is virtually identical. Same protein, same calcium, same vitamin D fortification. The difference is in the production method, not the nutrition fact. Conventional milk at Costco, often around $3.50 for the same quantity, provides the same nutritional value at half the price. Some families choose organic for environmental reasons. Some choose it because they prefer to avoid pesticide residue in animal feed. These are informed choices. But if you're buying organic milk because you think it has more protein, more calcium, or is significantly healthier for your children, the nutrition label doesn't support that belief. You're paying for production standards, not superior nutrition. The Kirkland organic label also doesn't tell you about ultra-pasteurization. Most organic milk, including Kirkland's, is ultra-pasteurized. That means it's heated to 280 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 seconds instead of the 61 degrees used in regular pasteurization. This extends shelf life dramatically. Your organic milk can last 60 to 90 days unopened. Some consumers prefer this. Less waste, fewer shopping trips. Others argue that ultra-pasteurization changes the protein structure slightly and reduces some heat-sensitive vitamins. The differences are small, but it's information that doesn't appear on the front label. Just the word organic and a higher price tag. Now let's look at Horizon Organic Whole Milk. Another massive seller in the Costco dairy aisle. The brand has built its reputation on organic dairy for over 30 years. The label shows happy cows, green pastures. The word organic appears multiple times. Parents buy this for their children, believing it's the healthiest choice available. Horizon Organic is legitimately USDA certified organic. The cows are fed organic feed. But here's where the story gets more complex. Horizon is owned by Danone, a multinational corporation with $29 billion in annual revenue. This isn't a small family farm. This is industrial organic dairy production. The USDA organic standards require that cows have access to pasture, but the definition of access has been debated for years. Large-scale organic operations have been criticized for providing minimal pasture time while still meeting technical certification requirements. Horizon has faced lawsuits and complaints about their pasture practices. They've maintained their certification, but the pastoral image on the carton doesn't always match the scale of industrial production. The nutrition facts on Horizon Organic Whole Milk show 8 grams of fat per cup, 8 grams of protein, 12 grams of sugar, all naturally occurring lactose. This is identical to conventional whole milk. Same macros, same micronutrients. The difference again is production method and price. Horizon Organic typically costs 30 to 40% more than conventional milk at Costco. If you're buying Horizon because you want to support organic agriculture, that's a choice. If you're buying it because you believe it provides superior nutrition for your family, the label doesn't support that. The nutritional value is the same as conventional milk. You're paying for certification and branding. But here's where things get genuinely interesting. The next product has sparked more debate among nutritionists than any other milk product in the past decade. Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk. You've probably seen it. Distinctive bottle. Premium price point. Labels promising 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, no lactose. It sounds almost too good to be true. Fairlife is owned by Coca-Cola. Yes, the soda company. They launched this product in 2012 and it became one of the fastest growing dairy brands in America. The secret is a process called ultrafiltration. Here's how it works. Regular milk is pushed through a series of thin membranes with microscopic pores. These filters separate the milk into different components: water, lactose, minerals, proteins, and fats. Once separated, Fairlife recombines these components in different ratios. They reduce the lactose and water. They increase the protein. The result is milk with a different nutritional profile than what comes directly from the cow. The label shows 13 grams of protein per cup compared to 8 grams in regular milk. It shows 6 grams of sugar compared to 12 grams. For people who are lactose intolerant, it's marketed as easier to digest. So is this better? That depends on what you're looking for. If you want higher protein and lower sugar, Fairlife delivers on those numbers. The nutrition facts don't lie. But here's what the label doesn't emphasize. This is heavily processed milk. It's been separated, filtered, and recombined in a factory. Some nutritionists argue that whole food sources are preferable to engineered products, even if the macros look better on paper. Fairlife also costs significantly more. At Costco, a 52-ounce bottle typically runs around $5. That's roughly double the cost per ounce of regular milk. You're paying for the processing technology and the altered nutrition profile. For some consumers, particularly athletes or people managing blood sugar, that trade-off makes sense. For others, regular milk provides perfectly adequate nutrition at half the cost. One more thing the Fairlife label doesn't emphasize. In 2019, an animal welfare investigation at one of their supplier farms revealed disturbing treatment of calves. Fairlife responded by cutting ties with that farm and implementing new animal welfare standards, but the incident raised questions about oversight in their supply chain. This isn't on the label, but it's part of the product's history. Now let's shift to a product that's in millions of American households right now. Kirkland's Signature Chocolate Milk. A 24-pack of 8-ounce bottles. Parents buy these for lunches. Kids grab them after sports. They're convenient. They taste good. And they have the word milk on the label, which feels wholesome. Here's what the nutrition facts actually show. One 8-ounce bottle contains 28 grams of sugar. Let me put that in perspective. A 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola contains 39 grams of sugar. This 8-ounce chocolate milk has 28 grams. Adjust for volume. And the chocolate milk actually has more sugar per ounce than Coke. Now, chocolate milk defenders will correctly point out that it also has 8 grams of protein and 30% of your daily calcium. That's true. Coke has none of that. But the sugar content is still 28 grams. The American Heart Association recommends that children aged 2 to 18 consume less than 25 grams of added sugar per day. One bottle of Kirkland chocolate milk puts a child over that limit before they've eaten breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The ingredient list shows reduced fat milk, liquid sugar, cocoa processed with alkali, cornstarch, salt, carrageenine, natural flavor and vitamin A palmitate. Carrageenine is a seaweed-derived thickener. It's generally recognized as safe by the FDA. Some studies have raised questions about digestive inflammation, but the research isn't conclusive. It's legal, it's common, but it's not something that appears in milk you'd make at home. Many parents buy chocolate milk thinking it's a reasonable treat with nutritional benefit, and compared to a candy bar it does offer protein and calcium. But compared to regular milk, it's a sugar delivery system with some nutrients attached. If you're buying it, just understand what the nutrition label is actually showing. It's dessert in a milk bottle. Next up, Yoplait Original Yogurt. The big multi-pack box at Costco. Individual cups and flavors like strawberry, peach, and mixed berry. Yogurt has a health halo. It's marketed as a breakfast food, a healthy snack, probiotic benefits, protein, calcium. Many parents feel good about giving this to their children. Here's what the label shows. A single 6-ounce cup of Yoplait Original Strawberry Yogurt contains 18 grams of sugar. For context, that's more sugar than a glazed donut from Dunkin' Donuts. A glazed donut has 12 grams. This healthy yogurt has 50% more sugar than a donut. Now, yogurt defenders will point out that some of that sugar is naturally occurring lactose from the milk. That's true. Plain yogurt contains about 9 grams of natural sugar per 6 ounces. But Yoplait Original has 18 grams. That means roughly 9 grams are added sugars. That's more than 2 teaspoons of added sugar in a single cup of yogurt. The ingredient list shows milk, sugar, strawberries, modified cornstarch, non-fat milk, kosher gelatin, citric acid, tricalcium phosphate, natural flavor, pectin, colored with carmine, and active yogurt cultures. Notice that sugar appears second. That means there's more added sugar than strawberries. The strawberries are just flavoring and color. The dominant taste is sugar. Carmine is a red dye made from crushed cochineal insects. It's natural. It's safe. But some consumers prefer to avoid insect-derived ingredients. It's listed on the label, but most people don't know what carmine actually is. Yoplait Original is marketed to children. The flavors are sweet. The branding is friendly. But nutritionally, it's closer to a dessert than a health food. If you're buying it, treat it like what it is, a sweet treat with some protein and probiotics, not a health food. Now let's look at Chobani Flip Yogurt Cups. These are wildly popular. Greek yogurt in one section, toppings like chocolate chips, granola, or cookie pieces in another section. You flip the toppings into the yogurt and mix. It feels interactive, fun, and the label says Greek yogurt, which has a strong health reputation. A Chobani Flip Almond Cocoa Loco cup contains 16 grams of protein. That's impressive. Greek yogurt is strained, which removes whey and concentrates the protein. But that same cup contains 20 grams of sugar. Some of that is natural lactose. Yes, but the toppings are loaded with added sugars, chocolate chips, sweetened coconut. It's engineered to taste like dessert. The ingredient list is long. Low-fat yogurt, coconut, chocolate chips, sugar, almonds, roasted almonds, sugary root fiber, natural flavors, sea salt, coconut oil, cocoa processed with alkali, soy lecithin and live active cultures. That's a processed product. Multiple added ingredients. Multiple sources of sweetness. Chobani Flip costs more than regular yogurt. At Costco, you're paying for convenience, branding, and that interactive flip experience. But nutritionally, you're getting a protein boost along with a sugar load that rivals candy. If you want the protein benefits of Greek yogurt without the sugar, plain Greek yogurt with fresh fruit you add yourself is a better option. But that requires more effort. Chobani Flip is designed to be easy, and it tastes good. Just understand that the nutrition label doesn't position this as health food once you read the sugar content.
Now let's look at a Kirkland product that actually performs well. Kirkland's Signature Greek Yogurt. Plain, non-fat. A massive tub. This is one of the better values in the Costco dairy aisle. A single cup serving contains 18 grams of protein, 0 grams of fat, and 7 grams of sugar, all naturally occurring lactose, no added sugar. The ingredient list is simple: grade A non-fat milk and live active yogurt cultures. That's it. 2 ingredients. This is what yogurt is supposed to be. Milk fermented with bacteria, no additives, no sweeteners, no stabilizers, just cultured milk. The downside, if you can call it that, is taste. Plain non-fat Greek yogurt is sour and thick. It's not sweet. Many consumers, especially children, won't eat it without adding their own sweeteners. But that's actually the advantage. You control what goes in. Add honey. Add fresh fruit. Add a small amount of maple syrup. You decide how much sweetness. You're not locked into the manufacturer's sugar formula. Kirkland's signature Greek yogurt is also significantly cheaper than name brands like Phage or Chobani. At Costco, the large tub usually costs around $6. That's 32 ounces. Compare that to individual flavored cups at $3 to $4 for 6 ounces total. You're getting more than 5 times the quantity for twice the price. And you're getting a cleaner ingredient list. If you're looking for yogurt that's actually just yogurt, this is it. High protein, low sugar, minimal processing, affordable. It's not exciting, but it's honest food. Now let's talk about Daisy sour cream. This is the standard in the Costco dairy aisle. A 16-ounce tub. Simple packaging. No health claims, no marketing gimmicks. Just sour cream. And here's why it matters. The ingredient list contains exactly 2 items: grade A cultured cream and enzymes. That's it. Cream and cultures. That's how sour cream has been made for centuries. Compare that to some other brands that add modified food starch, gar gum, carrageenan, and sodium phosphate as stabilizers and thickeners. Those additives keep the product from separating and give it a longer shelf life. They're safe. They're legal. But they're not necessary to make sour cream. Daisy built their entire brand on ingredient simplicity. Their website and packaging emphasize all natural and simple ingredients. In an industry filled with additives, this positioning works. Consumers who read labels notice the difference. The nutrition facts show 60 calories per 2 tablespoons, 5 grams of fat, 1 gram of protein, and 15 milligrams of sodium. It's a high-fat dairy product. That's expected, but the sodium is low compared to many dairy products. And there's no added sugar. It's just cultured cream doing what cultured cream does. Daisy sour cream at Costco is affordably priced, usually around $3 to $4 for 16 ounces. It's a straightforward product that doesn't require label detective work. This is an example of a dairy item where the label matches the expectation. No hidden surprises. No long ingredient list. Just simple dairy. Next is Philadelphia cream cheese. The brick. Classic. Millions of American households have this in their refrigerator right now. Bagels, cheesecake, frosting, dips. It's versatile. It's creamy. It's been a staple for over 140 years. But that label has some details worth examining. An 8-ounce brick of Philadelphia original cream cheese contains 100 calories per ounce, 9 grams of fat, 2 grams of protein, and 105 milligrams of sodium. The sodium is notable. 1 ounce, roughly 2 tablespoons, gives you about 5% of your daily sodium limit. If you're using cream cheese liberally on a bagel or in a recipe, that sodium adds up quickly. The ingredient list shows pasteurized milk and cream, salt, carob bean gum, and cheese culture. Carob bean gum is a thickening agent derived from the carob tree. It's natural. It's safe. But it's an additive that gives cream cheese its smooth texture and prevents separation. Without it, cream cheese would be grainier and less spreadable. Philadelphia cream cheese is also made by Kraft Heinz, one of the largest food conglomerates in the world. This isn't artisan cheese. It's industrial production scaled to millions of bricks per week. The consistency is engineered, the shelf life is optimized, and the sodium level is calibrated for maximum flavor and preservation. If you're using cream cheese occasionally, the sodium content isn't a concern. But if it's a daily breakfast staple, you're adding a consistent sodium load to your diet. For people monitoring blood pressure or sodium intake, that's information worth noting. The label provides the numbers. Most people just don't read them. Finally, let's talk about Tillamook shredded cheese. One of the most popular items in the Costco dairy section. A large resealable bag. Sharp cheddar.
medium cheddar, mozzarella, Mexican blend. Convenient, pre-shredded, ready to use. Millions of families buy this for tacos, pizza, casseroles, sandwiches. Here's what the ingredient list shows. Cheddar cheese, which includes milk, cheese cultures, salt, and enzymes. That's fine. That's cheese. But then comes the second ingredient, potato starch and powdered cellulose added to prevent caking. And then natamycin, a mold inhibitor. Let's focus on powdered cellulose. This is refined wood pulp. Yes, wood pulp. It's processed plant fiber used as an anti-caking agent. It keeps the shredded cheese from clumping into a solid block. Without it, shredded cheese would stick together and become unusable. Powdered cellulose is FDA approved. It's considered safe. It's technically fiber, though your body can't digest it. It passes through unchanged. But many consumers have no idea they're eating wood-derived additives in their cheese. It's listed right there on the label. Most people just don't know what cellulose is. Here's the bigger issue. You're paying for convenience and losing quality. A block of Tillamook cheddar cheese contains just 4 ingredients: milk, cultures, salt, enzymes. Shred it yourself at home and you get pure cheese with no cellulose, no potato starch, no natamycin. It takes 3 minutes. You save money per ounce, and you avoid the anti-caking agents. But pre-shredded cheese is easier. It saves time. For busy families, that convenience matters. Just understand that the label is telling you you're eating additives that aren't present in block cheese. It's a trade-off, convenience versus purity. Most shoppers never consider it because they never read the ingredient list beyond the word cheese. So here's what we've learned. Organic milk is certified to stricter production standards, but nutritionally identical to conventional milk. You're paying for the process, not superior nutrition. Ultra-filtered milk like Fairlife offers higher protein and lower sugar through heavy processing and a premium price. Chocolate milk contains more sugar per ounce than soda, despite the protein and calcium. Flavored yogurts marketed to children often contain more sugar than donut. Plain Greek yogurt offers high protein with no added sugar, but requires you to add your own flavor. Sour cream can be made with 2 ingredients or 10, depending on the brand. Cream cheese adds notable sodium that accumulates with regular use, and shredded cheese contains wood pulp to prevent caking, an additive absent from block cheese. None of this is hidden. It's all on the label. Nutrition facts are required by law. Ingredient lists are required by law. The information is there. Most shoppers just don't read it. They trust the brand. They trust the price. They trust the word organic or Greek or natural. But those words don't always mean what consumers think they mean. This isn't about avoiding Costco dairy. Costco offers real value on many products. The Kirkland Greek yogurt is excellent. The Daisy sour cream is simple and clean. Even the products with longer ingredient lists aren't dangerous. They're legal. They're safe. They're just more processed than many consumers realize. The goal here is awareness. Read the nutrition facts. Read the ingredient list. Understand what you're actually buying. If you want to pay extra for organic production standards, that's an informed choice. If you want convenience and don't mind anti-caking agents, that's fine too. But make those decisions with full information, not marketing assumption. Because the dairy aisle at Costco, like every grocery aisle in America, is designed to move product. The labels are designed to meet legal requirements while maximizing appeal. Organic sounds better than conventional. Greek sounds healthier than regular. Natural sounds pure. But the nutrition facts and ingredient lists tell the real story. You just have to read them. Most American families shop at Costco every week. They trust the warehouse. They trust the bulk pricing. And for many purchases, that trust is warranted. But when it comes to dairy, take the extra 30 seconds. Read the label. Compare the ingredient lists. Check the sugar content. Understand what you're putting in your cart. This content doesn't tell you what to buy. It simply gives you the information to make your own informed decision. Because in a food system built on convenience and marketing, information is the most valuable thing a consumer can have.